Chapter 9. Light. Read on. We see many things around us in the classroom. We also see many things on our way to school. At night, if it is completely dark, will we be able to see things around us? If we enter a dark room at night, will you be able to see the things in the room? No. This clearly explains that light helps us to see objects. When light falls on an object, the object reflects that light, and the reflected light reaches our eyes, and we see the object. Reflection is the bouncing back of light after it strikes an object. Sources of light. Sources of light are of two types. Natural source of light. These are sources of light given to us by nature. Examples: sun, stars. Life skills. Do not waste electricity. Put off the lights and fans when you leave. Man-made sources of light. These are artificial sources of light that are made by men. Examples: tube light, torch, electric bulb, candle flame. Fact. The moon has no light of its own. It shines because it reflected the sun's light. Luminous and non-luminous objects. Luminous objects give out their own light. They are a source of light. Examples: sun, electric bulb, etc. Non-luminous objects do not have their own light. These reflect light that falls on them. Examples: moon, chair, tree. Properties of light. Light travel in a straight line. If you close the doors of a room and draw the curtains and allow sunlight to enter from a tiny point, like a slit in the door, you will see a straight beam of sunlight entering the room. The property of light to travel in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. Fact. The path of light is represented by a straight line with an arrow hand. Fact. Light travels with a speed of 3 lakh km per second. Light is a form of energy which enables us to see objects around us. It is the fastest traveling energy. Light is made up of several different colors which combine to form the white light. Kinds of objects. Objects can be grouped into 3 kinds depending on whether we can see through them and how much light can pass through them. Opaque objects. Opaque objects are those objects which do not allow any light to pass through them. We cannot see through them at all. Examples: rubber, brick wall, book, etc. Translucent objects. Translucent objects are those objects that allow some light to pass through them. We can see partially through them. Examples: butter paper, guard glass, honey, etc. Transparent objects. Transparent objects are those objects through which light can pass totally. We can see through them clearly. Examples: water, air, glass, etc. Shadow. A shadow is the darkness that an opaque object causes when it blocks the path of light falling on it. A shadow of an object is formed on another opaque surface, which is called screen. A shadow is formed only when light is blocked by an opaque object. A shadow is always black in color. It does not show the color of the object. A shadow only gives the space of the object and does not give any details of the object. The size of a shadow is relative to the position of the light source with respect to the object. You can create shadows of animals with your hands. Try making animal shadow using your hands as shown below. Quick recall. Reflection is the bouncing back of light after it strikes an object. Sun and stars are natural sources of light. Electric bulb and torchlight are artificial sources of light. Luminous objects have their own light whereas non-luminous objects do not have their own light. Light travels in a straight line. It is a form of energy that enables us to see objects around us. Objects can be grouped as opaque, transparent, and translucent, depending on how much light they allow to pass through them. A shadow is formed when an opaque object blocks the path of light. Shadows are always black in color and give no details of the object. For a shadow to be formed, a screen is essential. New words. Reflection. The bouncing back of light on striking an opaque object. Luminous object. Object that has its own light. Non-luminous object. Object that does not have its own light. Rectilinear propagation of light. The property of light to travel in a straight line. Transparent objects. Objects that allow light to pass through them totally. Opaque objects. Objects that do not allow light to pass through them at all. Shadow. A darkness that an opaque object causes when it blocks the path of light.